everyone, today I am going to show you how to make a bulky crocheted cowl scarf. Cowl neck scarves are very popular right now, and today I'm going to show you how to make one very simple. You need bulky yarn, any type of yarn you can use. I'm going to be using Knob Hill yarns in a Star Dance Sparkle in the color Flame, and you need 2 strands at the same time. So I would suggest having 2 skeins of the yarn and then just using 2 at the same time. And then I'm also going to be using a Bernat yarn too in this tan color for a drawstring later on. You can decide if you want a drawstring or not. It's really up to you. It's a very versatile pattern that we're going to work with today. So just use any type of yarn. On the label it should have a 5 on it, or it should say bulky on it. So you just need a heavyweight yarn here. And what we're going to do today is using both of the strands, just do your slip knot. There are other videos out there to learn how to do a slip knot if you're unfamiliar. And the hook size we're going to use today is a 19mm crochet hook. This is also known as a lazy hook, but and doesn't really have a name on it. It's just a very large hook. And then for the drawstring, we're going to use this 12mm crochet hook as well. So make sure you have these 2 hooks with you, or an extra large hook like these 2, and we can get started right away. First thing, it says to chain 35 or do a foundation chain of half double crochets of 35. So we're going to do the foundation chain. It's just way easier and faster than doing a chain and then going back and doing your half double crochets. It's just taking out that first step there. So to do that, we're going to chain up 2, 1 and 2, see there. Then we're going to hold this like this, and you see this loop here and this loop here. So 1 and 2. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to go into this first loop here, the first chain that we made, so the second chain from the hook. We're going to go in, yarn over, pull through. Now, usually in a half double crochet, you just yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook, but what we're going to do is actually yarn over and pull through 1, and so you have, I mean, here it looks like you have 6, but these are just 1, 1, and 1 because we're using 2 strands, and then just yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. Okay, so that is your first foundation half double crochet. Okay, so we're basically working vertically right now. So let's do another one, yarn over. Now you see here at the, if I turn this upside down, you see there's like a loop. Well, I've pulled it kind of tight, but you see there's this loop here. We're gonna go inside of there, like that. Okay, and then yarn over, pull through. So you have 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So now that's 2. Yarn over, and just make sure you're turning it upside down so you can see exactly where to go. And with some of the bulky yarn, it's kind of difficult to see. It's right here. And if you're using 2 strands at once, you don't want to get too many strands in your thing. So we're going to go here. So make sure you yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over and pull through all 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Let's do that again. And if it's easier for you to hold that, so I'm holding it now. So yarn over, go into that underneath, then yarn over and pull through, and then stick your finger in between like this, and yarn over and pull through 1, and yarn over and pull through 3. That way you know exactly where you need to go next. So yarn over and go right into there. Yarn over, pull through. Stick your finger in there if you need to. Yarn over, pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 3. Okay, so you can see that we're making our foundation chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to make 35. So we have 34 more, or 29 more. And you can even do this with just a regular size yarn, like a worsted weight yarn. And you can use a smaller size hook. This is just a basic foundation chain that you can, and this is a half double crochet foundation chain. So there is a different way to do a single crochet foundation chain, and there's a way to do a double crochet foundation chain. So today we're working with half double crochet. So, and it's easier to turn your work like this, working vertically instead of across. So yarn over, go in from underneath, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through all 3. So you would turn this, and this would be your row. Okay, so just continue doing that till you get to 35 of these stitches here, and I will meet you back up when I have all 35 of mine. Okay, so I made my 35 foundation half double crochet all the way across, so you can see here. And we're going to be working in the round, so, or in a round, chaining up. So what we're going to do without twisting your piece here, make sure you can put it in a circle. And if you're happy with how big of a round it is, then you can attach. If not, you can make it longer. It's up to you. It's very, like I said, very versatile. What we're going to do first here is see the very first half double crochet foundation. We're going to work in the back loops only from now on, okay? So this is the back loop right here, back loop right here. This would be working under both loops. So we're working in the back, okay? So just insert your hook in there and do a slip stitch like so. Pull tight. Alright, now this bottom piece, well, that looks ugly. So we want to take the straggler and sew it in. So it's easy to have one of your yarn needles here, and we're going to sew it with that straggler from the very beginning. So if you have a longer straggler, that's perfect. If not, just use another scrap piece of yarn and just sew it however you see looks good. So just in between. Like so. Tie it in a knot. So that it's attached nicely. You might have to tie a few knots, but this is going to be the back of the scarf, so you won't even see this. So let me just tie one more knot here. And then you can sew in your straggler and hide it. So moving on though, what we want to do is just chain up 1, and in that same stitch that we attached with a slip stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet into that same space, like so. And do a half double crochet all the way around using in the back loops only. So yarn over, go into the back loop only, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Again, next stitch, yarn over, go into the back loop only, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. See how lovely that is looking? And it gives, this line will give you that ribbed effect, which will look really nice in the end. So just once you get the hang of it, and especially with this large hook, you can really belt this one out. I mean, this is great for just a quick gift item, last minute gift idea. Get some pretty yarn, bulky yarn, use a very loose hook, loose stitch. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so pretty. And the yarn I'm using has this sparkle gold in it. Alright, so you get the hang of it right now, so just do that all the way around and I'll meet you up when we're going to go to the next round. So just see here, go half double crochet in the back loops only. I mean, I'm going pretty fast now, so continue and I will meet you back up when we're ready to go on to the next round. Alright, so I'm coming up on my attachment here, so you just want to, when you go to the on your very last stitch, then just make sure you're attaching on the back loop only of the first stitch here, like that, and pulling tight. And when you're making it, I mean, this is going to be the back, but you won't really even see that because of the bulkiness and the loose stitch here, but you can see that there right now. So we're just going to continue doing the same thing. So chain up 1, and in the same stitch, half double crochet in that same joining stitch, and half double crochet all the way around in the back loop only. And by now I'm guessing you know what you're doing, so do that and make 8 rows of these. So 1, 2, we're on the 3rd one now, so make 8 of those, and I hopefully will meet you up when I have all 8 done. Alright, so I just made my last stitch there, and I'm just connecting here, very last bit. What you want to do is just chain up 1 and fasten off. So just cut your yarn, pull through and tight, and that should be fastened. If you don't feel like that's fully fastened, you can always tie a knot. That's totally fine. But that's the back of your work, and we'll just tuck that in for now. You can sew that in at your convenience. So there we have a nice, bulky, very fluffy cowl neck scarf. So you're done at this point if you want to just be on your way with this. This is very pretty and very stretchy, and it'll look good with any outfit. And if you want a drawstring, continue watching because I'm going to be making that right now. I'm going to make mine in a tan color. I think that's a good color combination with this cowl scarf. And I'm just using some scrap yarn I had left over. So what you need to do is have quite a long straggler, about 5 inches, and make your slip knot. And with your smaller hook, so your 12 millimeter, we're going to chain 65. Alright, and then that's basically your drawstring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so at this point you know how to chain using those 2 strands at the same time. Chain up to 65, and I'll meet you back up when I have my 65 chains. Alright, so I'm coming up on my last few chains here. Alright, so I have 65, and what you want to do is actually chain up one more because we're going to pull this tight, so essentially 66. Then you want to measure your straggler that you're going to cut off as long as the straggler you had in the beginning. You want those to be even. So then just pull that through like I did and just pull tight. So that should be tight now. And then what we want to do is we want to cut this down even. So have your rope here like this, and however long you want these to be. I want them to be kind of long, so I'm going to cut them right about there. Just make sure they're even so it gives a good nice presentation. And then we have our drawstring. So now what we're going to do, is take our yarn needle and thread it through like so, and we want to put this into our cowl. So what we're going to do is we're going to be at the front. So this is the front side. You can obviously see the seam in the back there, and we're going to go anywhere in the front, and I'm going to go, let's see, this is upside down. So 1, 2, 3 rows down, depending on how low you want your drawstring to be. I think the 3rd row is pretty good right there. And you just want to go in between the stitches, so just stick your needle in between the stitches and go underneath 2 stitches and pull. And then over the top of 2 stitches and go back in and go underneath 2 stitches. So every 2 stitches you want to go through and go all the way around. And this is a very fast process here once you know what you're doing. And in the back you can see there's a stitch here, then your seam, and then your stitch. So you can go underneath or over the top of wherever you are, all that whole section. That's totally fine, because again that will be in the back. And then continue all the way around. It'll look just great in the end. I've made probably 3 or 4 of these just in a day. They're so much fun to make and so fast. Alright, so then when you come back, there will be 1 in the middle there. That's perfect because that is where you're going to tie it. So you see, that's why we wanted to go over 2 and under 2, so that 1 would be left in the middle. And we have that odd number of 65. So again, I'm going to sew this in later, but essentially there is your cowl neck scarf, and you can tie a little bow if you'd like, or tie it in a little knot or something cute. Well, that doesn't look very good. Let's just do a knot. That's cute. Just like that. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something today. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so and like this video. Comment if you'd like as well. Join my Facebook page for frequent updates on newer video tutorials for crochet. So have a great day, and thanks for watching.